Okay, so it happened. You just got laid off. Maybe you saw it coming, maybe it hit you like a freight train, carrying bad news and regret. Either way, you're probably feeling a cocktail of emotions right now. Anger, fear, relief, maybe even a weird sense of freedom mixed in with pure panic about your mortgage payment. Here's the thing, the next 24 to 48 hours are absolutely critical. I'm not being dramatic, but what you do right now will literally determine whether you're ahead of the game or playing catch up for the next 6 months. So, take a deep breath and let's turn this curveball into your comeback story. First things first, you need to understand your rights. And no, I don't mean your right to ugly cry in the parking lot, though honestly that's valid too. I'm talking about your legal rights as an employee who just got the boot. Your employer cannot just toss your personal belongings into a cardboard box and change the locks. Well, technically they can't, but they have to follow certain rules. You're entitled to know exactly when your employment officially ends, whether you're getting paid through today or getting walked out immediately, and what's happening with your final paycheck. Here's a pro tip that most people miss. If they're walking you out today, but paying you through the end of the week, congratulations. You just bought yourself some time to handle everything without the awkwardness of being the person who got fired still sitting at their desk. Now, about that HR conversation. This is not the time to tell Karen from HR exactly what you think about her policy updates or how Dave from accounting never refilled the coffee pot. Be professional, be pleasant, and be smart. Ask the right questions and write down the answers. You want to know, when does your health insurance end? What's the deal with COBRA? Are you getting any severance? And if so, how much and when? Will they provide references? What's their policy on rehiring? And here's the big one. Are there any strings attached to that severance package? Like non-compete clauses or requirements to sign away your right to complain about them on Glassdoor. Speaking of COBRA, that's not a snake. It's your lifeline to keeping your health insurance. It's expensive, like really expensive, but it might be your best option. Don't make any decisions about it right now. Just get the paperwork and understand your timeline. You usually have 60 days to decide, so don't panic sign anything. Now let's talk about the stuff that's actually yours. Your personal files, your contacts, that collection of company pens you've been hoarding. You need to secure these legally and quickly. Notice I said legally. Don't be the person who gets escorted out by security for trying to download the entire customer database. That's not your stuff, and it's a great way to turn a layoff into a lawsuit. What you can take, your personal contacts that you brought to the company, work samples that don't contain confidential information, and any training certificates or professional development materials with your name on them. Take photos of your workspace if you need to remember how you organize things, and don't forget to grab your phone charger from your desk drawer. Here's something nobody tells you. You can actually negotiate some aspects of your departure. Not the layoff itself, that ship has already sailed, but the details around it. Can you work remotely for your last few days instead of coming into the office? Can you finish up that project you were working on so it doesn't look weird on your resume? Can you be the one to tell your clients you're leaving instead of having them find out through some awkward company-wide email? Most managers will work with you on reasonable requests because honestly, they're probably feeling a bit uncomfortable about this whole situation too. They'd rather have a smooth transition than deal with drama. And let's address the elephant in the room. This is going to be emotionally rough. 1 minute, you're worried about the quarterly reports. The next, you're wondering how you're going to explain this to your parents or your spouse or your neighbor who always asks how work is going. Here's your permission slip. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling right now. Anger, relief, fear, excitement about new possibilities, all of that is normal. But don't make any major decisions while your emotions are running the show. Don't send that angry email. Don't post anything on social media yet. Don't immediately apply for every job on Indeed at 2 a.m. while eating ice cream in your pajamas. Instead, give yourself 24 hours to process this. Call someone you trust, go for a walk, do whatever helps you think clearly. Because starting tomorrow, you're going to need to be strategic, and strategy requires a clear head. The last thing I want you to do in these first 48 hours is start thinking about this as an opportunity instead of just a disaster. I know that sounds like something a motivational poster would say, but hear me out. You now have something most employed people don't have: time and motivation to really evaluate what you want next. Maybe this job wasn't as perfect as you thought. Maybe you were getting too comfortable and needed a push to level up. Maybe the universe just handed you a chance to finally make that career change you've been thinking about for years. Or maybe this job was perfect and you just want something exactly like it, but with better management and a coffee machine that actually works. That's fine too. The point is, you get to decide what comes next. So here's your homework for the next 48 hours. Handle the immediate logistics professionally. Secure what's yours legally. Ask the right questions and start shifting your mindset from this happened to me to this is what I'm going to do about it. Because in the next module, we're going to talk about money, specifically how to make sure you squeeze every possible dollar out of your final paycheck and any severance you might be getting. And trust me, there are some tricks most people never think of that could put hundreds of extra dollars in your pocket. But for now, take care of today. Tomorrow, we start turning the setback into your comeback.